most of the year. So they were spread out around the country trying to train. That includes Brody Malone, who's the national champion for the USA men and competed yesterday. The Naval Academy team, they were locked into their dorms for 28 days in the middle of the season. They were let out for an hour or so to get exercise. They weren't in the gym, and yet they made it to the national championships. I mean, the things that these athletes did and the resiliency, and it's just not in America, it's around the world, is pretty impressive. 12.566 for Emily Whitehead. And again, USA, they are on vault during this rotation. The Netherlands are on the balance beam. They struggled on the uneven bars in their first event. They need to really pick it up. And Sanne Wevers is one who knows how to get it done on the balance beam. She is the defending Olympic champion. They know, you can see her talking to her sister, Lieke. She knows. They want to get in those team finals again. Start to put the foot on the gas. Tora's daughter. The second gymnast to go, the leadoff Vera Van Poel at 11.6. So the struggles continue for the Dutch. Oh, and that's not the thing. The first skill of your beam routine, I've done it on pommel horse. What on beam, how hard is it to get your brain back in and focused?
I mean, that's the name of the game, because you can't just call it quits there. You know, in practice, as an athlete at Florida, if you fell, you had to finish. You couldn't just, I'll start over, because the show must go on. But man, it's a mental game, balance beam. When you fall in that first skill, the mount.
And that is 2 gymnasts up for the Netherlands and 2 falls with 2 athletes yet to go.
Over on the vault, Suni with a 14.33. Not the biggest score, but
not bad though.
Not at all. And you know, she fell on that first skill, but man, what a nice routine after.
Yep, she got it together after that, and that's hard to do. Hats off to her, and that's so important when you already have a fall in your rotation. You know that it's very likely your score is going to count even with a major break. So it's so important you minimize any further errors. What happened here, Bridget?
Very difficult mount, round off layout, and just you saw that shoulder drop. And as soon as that right shoulder dropped, the rest of the body continued.
Do you have a philosophy on beam routines? Because I think I've heard some coaches say, I don't want you to start with a flipping skill to get on the beam. Just get on the beam, get in your flow, and let your acro skills be within the routine. Is there a philosophy, or do you subscribe to one?
I mean, I never had a very difficult mount. I did do a press handstand, which for me, that was very difficult.
But it's steady, right?
But I was very consistent. You know, your mount doesn't have to be the most difficult. You just need to get on the beam and get it going.
Grace McCallum was the second gymnast to go for USA. She put up a 14.533, so things seem to be moving better for Team USA on vault. Romania's Maria Holdmira got a 12.2 on floor exercise. She was the second gymnast to go. She went after Emily Whitehead. Looks like Lieke Wevers was getting the balance beam readied for her performance. Her older sister, even though they're twins, Sanne Wevers, is 6 minutes older than Lieke. She will anchor the Dutch beam lineup. And I have to ask you, Sanne obviously has eyes on making it to the finals and giving herself a chance to defend that gold medal. How important is it that your teammates kind of set you up for that big score? Because so far they've had 2 falls. If that continues, is it harder to make that jump to a routine that's going to score big enough to get in the finals?
I mean, it definitely can. Yeah, absolutely. And Simone is amazing on this event.
Jordan Chiles right before her, 14-7.
Whoa!
And it was great, but we just saw something from Simone that we don't normally see.
Hello.
And she bounced over the line with both feet. And we have seen that expression from Simone before where she's like, man, that wasn't my best.
Not exactly her best ball ever. And you know, a lot of these athletes had trouble adjusting to the vault. Great height. It looked like she just shot to the side. This will be a
Good
little
look at it.
better view.
Looks like maybe her roundoff didn't quite get turned square to the vault as she was coming on. She actually landed. That could have been a little bit dangerous. She's very close to the edge of the mat. But man, she never lacked
Fly
pop.
high.
Wow. And that vault
And
does have
stick
a high
the
degree of
landing.
difficulty. It starts at 16-0.
But she didn't.
I don't believe we're going to see the Yurchenko double pike here in the team qualification round. She did do the Biles vault in podium training, and man, it was ridiculous.
It
And,
was impressive.
Everybody-
Over-rotated.
yeah, everybody watching right now, I would almost guarantee they saw that podium training on social media somewhere, but I don't believe she'll do that here. She'll most likely do the Aminar, which is also ridiculously good.
What's an Aminar?
14.966 the score on that first vault. Wow.
And that's
Just wow.
the Simone we know and love. I mean, truly incredible. Great height.
She's not happy though, and you know what? And I love it. Wear your heart on your sleeve.
Absolutely.
And her standards are so high for herself, and no one in the world, you could argue, has ever done the vault like this. Maybe Michaela Maroney back in the day, but still, she walks off and she knows she can do better, and she's not afraid to be honest with herself, which I think all the great ones are.
I mean, the block, the body position, the landing. She's right on that line. I mean, wow. I could actually vault under her. And we would both be fine.
That's a true statement. There's certain people in sports that you watch them do their craft, and you never get tired of watching them do their craft. And Simone Biles is in that category as much as anyone I've ever seen. 15.4 for her second vault, average of a 15.183. She will be a vault finalist along with a floor finalist.